morning, it's Monday today. Today's a new day. I've got an appointment and I'm going to start building my upper body strength. So because obviously in my right arm the muscle's quite weak, so I'm going to start working on that. I thought I would bring you with me, probably not to the appointment, but maybe we could chat after it's done. But I just wanted to say hi. How are you? What's good? Everyone's at school. Odessa was with her grandmother so that I could get to this appointment, and yeah, let's go. So I'm gonna take you off autofocus so that you don't hear that clicking sound. Zoom out. Somebody behind me? Yes, there is. So I've just finished from my physio appointment, as you saw, and I decided to bring myself down to Shoreditch. I'm just outside the British School of Fashion. What an appropriate place to be in, because I'm looking for a pair of trainers. If you are a sneakerhead, you would know that if you want to get like exclusive trainers, Shoreditch is the place to come. I don't necessarily want a pair of exclusive trainers, I just want a pair of nice Nike Air Maxes. We'll see how we get on. Oh, I've just seen one of the, oh my gosh, there's this graffiti artist. His name's, actually I don't know how to pronounce his name, Dref. I'll show you. I've just seen one of his art pieces. He's like doing graffiti art all over London and just showing like the value of let me show you, it's really good. Yay, I'm so glad that I found it. There it is. This is the second piece of his art that I found around London. Yeah, I should make this a thing, but I follow him on Instagram and he's making waves. One of the stores I wanted to go to is closed down. As I'm outside Mac, should I do it? I'm looking for a pair of... Careful. Alright, take your shoes, put your bag down. Isaac, say good morning. Have you put your seatbelt on? Doing the school run, and I'm also going to drop off Odessa. I'm going to YouTube space today, some parenting something. So I thought I'd bring you with me. It's also sort of day 2 without kids. Now I've parked in a really because parking is just a mad thing. Okay, let's get at it. You ready to go? To go. Mama's house. You've got the money, even if you know you're in the wrong, always appealing. I have money to throw away like that. Anyway, Let's get to the YouTube space now.
Doors closing, keep clear of the doors.
I know it's super hard to keep yourself inspired while creating content that people want to watch.
And that makes sense. Like most of the viewers are still people that.
Why don't you set yourself a challenge?
They've got a phone booth in the YouTube space. This is brilliant. I can pretend I'm talking to. Who uses phones like this anymore? Who still uses the phone booth anyway? I don't know if I've explained why I'm in the YouTube space today. I'm at the Channel Mum event.
Wow, that's loud.
Check them out, guys! It's been such a nice event, but it's really nice talking to people who are in the same boat as you, because we're in the same boat, everybody gets it, and like everybody's just really relatable. I should probably think about going home. I just picked myself up, right, a glass of Pimm's. Let me show you. Because everybody was making a big deal about it. Like, oh, get some Pimm's, right? Just tasted it. I don't even like. I don't even like. I realised that I've been holding my camera in the wrong angle, so I probably looked really horrible. But I can't be bothered to repeat what I was saying, so I'm not going to. Smile.
I dropped my two-stroke towel.
Let's have a look. Yep. You see that, guys? Does it hurt?
No.
No, it doesn't hurt. Okay, so what did you do with your tooth?
I
Now,
put it under my pillow.
you put it under your pillow?
I'm not taking it to school.
No, you can't take your tooth to school. That's disgusting. Go.
No.
To the people on YouTube.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Is that it? Do you want to open your mouth to the camera? Yeah. Say ah. Ah. Show them. Show them. Yay. Look who's having teeth. Look who's growing teeth. Hey, so it's another sit down draw with me as I attempt to draw. Last week I did it and some of you liked it, some of you didn't like it. I want to, you know, explain some things to you. I get my daughter's name, or why we chose my daughter's name, because it's not really something that I spoke about, and really explain to you the name Adesua and why the boys have English Christian names and she doesn't, which she does. If some of you watch my videos, you know that she does, but why it's not her first name, unlike the boys, right? Why didn't we do the same with her name? The name Adesua tells a story. It grounds her and connects her back to her heritage, and in turn helps her to continue a legacy, if that makes sense. I should have drawn in biro actually. Maybe next time I'll draw in biro. This time round I've moved the camera, so if you can see the tripod, Like, I tried to do it so that you couldn't see the tripod, but being left-handed and all this stuff, there's only so much I can do. So there she is, Adesua. That's how you spell her name, Adesua. Very simple. Okay, so in light of it being Black History Month, I thought I would elaborate on the story behind her name, or I would elaborate on the reasons behind choosing her name, and I think it fits in very much culturally. A lot of you know that we live in the UK. This is like a tiny, this is what the UK looks like to me, right? Tiny little island. But our heritage, so we're British, but our heritage is from Africa. Both her parents are African. We're African. Both my parents are from Africa. Both her father's parents are from Africa. More specifically, Nigeria. This is where we're from. That little dot of Nigeria. So we live here. By blood, we are all the way here. This is where we originate from. This is like in context of everything, right? So maybe I should draw, like, you could see this is a bit of Europe, and maybe I should draw a bigger map of Africa. Let me do that. I kind of looked at the map of Africa properly, so this isn't perfect, but this is kind of what it looks like. Yeah, and not to forget Madagascar, because they're African too, and that would be rude to leave them out. And more specifically, this is where Nigeria is. It is on the west of Africa, for those of you who don't know. Unlike her brothers, she doesn't get to maintain her legacy through her name. Now, her brothers may have English first names, but they'll always keep their surnames. Okay, so I've tried to stick to really simple drawings this time round. In most traditions, once she says I do, she loses her identity and becomes her husband's wife. Now, a way for her to maintain her identity is to give her a Nigerian first name. She does have an English middle name. It's a way for her to pass on, because she's female, and us girls, we don't get to necessarily pass on our father's lineage because we then become our husband's wives. It's very rare that women get to pass it down, and often or not, should she choose to marry an English man when she's older, she could easily get lost in the crowd, so to speak. I feel like it's more so important when you don't live in the country you originate from, if that makes sense. Me being British, she's a very, I suppose, I don't know if this is politically correct to say so, but she might be seen as a very watered down Nigerian, because we don't necessarily follow all the Nigerian traits and traditions, because we live in the UK and we're very British. So we are a new subculture. We are British Nigerian. That's how we identify ourselves. But how do you identify her without looking at her skin color? You could identify her through her name. Identity, I think, to most people is very important. It's important to be proud of where you come from, and it's important to teach your children their history and their heritage, and to be proud of their names. I want her to hold her culture proudly the way her parents do, and the easiest way to identify somebody is through a name. Hence why her name is Adesua. Hence why that is her first name, because she's female. Yeah, so I hope that answers some of your questions as to why we chose that name for her, and why it's her first name and not her middle name like the boys, because they too do, because they both have traditional names, but their traditional names are their middle name. A little bit of education for you. I hope you appreciate that. I hope you've enjoyed this draw with me. I've tried to keep it a little bit more simple. Give me a thumbs up or comment below and let me know if you like this sort of thing. Otherwise, should we roll on the next day? Okay, let's do that.
My tooth came. Mommy.
Your tooth fairy came. Let me see. Let me see the coin. Oh my goodness, that's such a shiny coin. Wow. Let me see your tooth. Wow. She came.
I was just sleeping still, and then she came. I got my tooth.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Good job. You're gonna be very rich. How much is that there? Do you know how much it is?
I can't see. For £1. It looks shiny and golden. Can I go now?
Bobby, Hey, so it is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching this week. I hope you've enjoyed it again. You know, I tried to give you a bit more insight into me and my family, explain why we've made certain decisions and end a lot of your questions, because some of you are quite ballsy in asking me, you know, what's that all about? And I think it's quite interesting because you see me all the time, and a lot of the time people forget that I haven't met you. You've met me every day. You've seen me every day, but every week you watch my vlogs, and you forget that I don't know who you are. I thought I would do it in light of it being Black History Month. Yes, the month of October. In the UK, we celebrate Black History Month. It came to my attention that a lot of people aren't aware that we even celebrate Black History Month in the UK. And I think before the internet really took off, people didn't even know that there were black people in the UK. Yeah, especially in parts of America. They were like, black people live in London. Yes, we hear. Obviously, times have changed. Thank God for the internet, social media, and all that good stuff. But yes, we hear. I think it's slightly different for when you're Black British, because you kind of like, you're black every day, so every day is Black History Month in your eyes, especially in my eyes. That's how I see things. But I feel like it's more so for the mainstream, because in mainstream culture, Black history isn't something that is talked about every day and something that is celebrated every day. So this is a month that is allocated to us, that, you know, you can be as unapologetically black as you like, whatever that means. I'm joking, okay? So it's Black History Month. In light of that, I would like to put out as many videos as I can in celebration of right now it's Sunday. Yeah. And if this video gets out to you, we gonna give all the thanks and praise to God, because I've been really tired this week, so I haven't been putting in as much work as I would have liked to. So I've been sleeping a little bit more than I've wanted to, but I will try my best to put this out tonight, okay? I'm going to try and put out a bit more content this month, fingers crossed. I'm not going to give a number, but just keep your eyes peeled on the channel, okay? And it might just be like bam, 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 give it to them. Thank you for those of you who tune in, week out, unfailingly. Like, oh, you guys, like, honestly, you're like, you don't know, you just don't know. I think you guys in particular are what keep me going, because you tuning week in, week out, unfailingly, and I really do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And I'm not gonna get all soppy now. Before I get even more soppier, let me sign out. I just need a thumbs up, and you know, just share my video. Until my next video, think smart, work hard, make it happen. Bye. I realize that I probably do that a lot, which makes me look really crouched rather than sort of sitting up straight. If I sit up straight, do I need to do this outro all over again because I wasn't sitting up straight? But then also when I sit up straight, it looks like I'm pushing out my chest. No, I can't be arsed. I can't be arsed. Bye.